days after sealing their first Ghana Premier League title in 11 years, Citi Sports pays a visit to the Accra Hearts of Oak training grounds at the Adringano AstroTurf to talk to the man who delivered the long-awaited title, Samuel Boadu. In this Citi Sports special, he tells us about his journey to the league title, his love for the Phobian family, and Hearts of Oak's impending campaign in the CAF Champions League. So, Coach, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
3 days since you became a league champion, how do you feel?
Yeah. First of all, I'll thank your people and the support. I thank God first for everything that He has done for me. And it's really excited as a young coach to take a big club like Hearts of Oak.
Yeah.
So, bring such a trophy for the past 11 good years. It's a big honor for me, and I'm really happy about it.
Let's go straight into business. When you took over the job, your first day, you walk into training, you looked at your squad. Did you believe you could win the league?
Yeah, actually, I know what is in me. I know what I can do and what I cannot do. When I saw the players, when I went to training, then I saw the players. There you could see that they have individual brilliance. I have to bring them as I have to make them as a team, because you have to blend individual brilliance, then you make it as a team. So I saw that thing in the boys, so I decided to put that thing in place.
So, Coach, you walk into a team, of course. You said you believed you could win the league. Let's talk about your first few weeks in charge of Hearts of Oak. When you took over, we had an interim coach who had played 3 matches, got 7 over 9 points. Then you came in. Your first 7 games, it was not like what we saw in your time at Midiama. Hearts got just 13 points out of 21. You spoke in several post-match interviews. You were not too happy. You spoke about the players not understanding your philosophy early on. When those problems, in quotes, started happening, did it change your focus? Did you start feeling that maybe it will not be this year, maybe next year when you have a full season?
Not at all, because to prepare a team is not easy. It will take you a long for when you want to. Assuming the preseason, it will take you about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The minimum should be 4 or whatever. Because when I came to the Hearts of Oak, it was just a week. Then I started playing matches.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for them to understand my philosophy. That was where you could see that we were struggling on ups and downs for the score lines.
Yeah.
But I knew that things will change, because when I spend let's say 2 to 3 weeks, they will understand what I wanted to bring it on board.
All right.
So now I wasn't panic at all.
Okay. Let's talk about the good part. Now, after those first 7 games, where it was 13 out of 21 points, you lost that game at Dreams FC. And since then, Hearts have been on a rise. Coach, simple question. What is the secret behind this run?
Yeah, the secret is when I lost the game, in fact, at that night, I don't know what happened to me. I was not on myself, right? And I decided that I will not lose much again, because I found out the problem that caused me, even the red cards and then waste of chances and all that stuff. So I decided to come back and correct that mistake and work seriously towards it. And when I worked seriously towards it, I believe that I will get more results. So that match, and then when I listened to the media, people were talking blah 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 blah. Then I said myself that
it's not going to happen again.
No, I thought then I was telling myself that they didn't know what was going to happen.
They don't know.
They don't know.
So
they don't know yet. Yeah, because it also helped me a lot. Because the moment you go down and people complain about it, it means there's something in you that you can bring it. So from there, then I took over.
Coach, we would agree, of course. When you're a head coach of the team, you are the driver of the ship, you are the driver of the car. But you need the playing body to be behind you. You need your players to be behind you. At the time you took over, Hearts of Oak, not just in terms of results, but in terms of confidence level also, the players were not, they didn't really believe it. How did you, especially when you took over those first 7 games, how did you get them to believe that we can actually do this thing, we can bring the trophy?
Yeah, with the psychological aspect, I told them they can do it. They are good players, they are equally good players, just like the team are winning matches, but they can do it. Why are they down? They should back up. They should bring what's in them. They should bring it out. So I told them if they don't want to bring it out, I'll force them to bring it out because that will be the grace that I know that this player can go this far.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to bring what is in out. So I decided to have a chat with them one-on-one, and as a group and as a team. So we agreed and decided to move on.
So coach, the season is not over. The league might be over because Hearts of Oak, let's take a seat. Hearts of Oak have already won the Ghana Premier League, but the FA Cup is still there to be played. Hearts, it's not just that Hearts have not won a trophy in 11 years. Nobody has done the double, that's the league and the cup double in a while. Is this something that you are looking at doing?
Always, I keep saying that all that we need is we take match after match, and as a folk, we don't have problem with any club. The problem that we have with the 3 points. So we will do our maximum best. When the draw comes out, then whoever faces us, we make sure we take that 3 points.
So we talk about your relationship with Togbe. He was very happy at their press conference when he was introducing you. He spoke very highly of you. What is your relationship with him like?
That man, I can't talk. He's a father, he's a brother, he's a motivator, he's a mentor, he's a director. Yeah, he's my psychologist, right? Wow. Because the man really, really loved me, and I also love him so much.
And with the board of directors, now, one problem that a lot of people spoke about before you came in was the fact that, of course, it was never proven, but the one who left before you, Papic, when leaving, spoke about influence from some of the board directors directly with his job. Have you experienced anything? Or?
No, not at all. Since I've joined as a folk, nobody. Nobody.
Okay, let's look at the future. Hearts have won the league. Something that for you is the first time you are getting. Although you've been close in the past couple of seasons, of course, top with Midiama twice, but the league was cut. Now you are a champion, a full champion. What is facing you ahead is a different challenge that Hearts have not experienced in 11 years. You have not experienced ever in your career. That is Africa, going to Africa. First of all, what are your expectations going into Africa? How does it feel like finally getting to face the best managers on the continent?
That one is not an easy thing, but then I believe in myself and I want to prove people. So I have to, all that it needs to extra work, to work hard and motivate the boys, and then I'll urge the supporters to come on board to support the team, and then board and the management, everybody, even the Ghanaians, because we are going in the name of Ghana. So we need all their support. And then if there's any advice, then I'm okay with it.
Okay. Still with Africa, of course, when it would look like Hearts were going to win the league. In fact, after we beat Kotoko, and I'm saying we because I'm an Accra Hearts of Oak fan, after we beat Kotoko, people started talking about Africa and how realistic it was becoming. People look at this squad, and then we've heard a lot of commentary from sports pundits, fans, and saying that some 1 or 2 positions will need to be strengthened. Is that something that you agree with, that you need to go this off-season and buy some players to come and be for
we are still on the competition period. The season is not over. So I would like to finish the season in either the FA Cup, where we can reach, so that I can sit down with the management and we all the playing body as well, so that we can come into one conclusion, so that we can move on. So for now, I cannot say anything about it.
Okay, coach, let's talk about something that everybody wants to understand. Now, I'm saying this from a fan point of view. I don't remember the last time Hearts saw a head coach come in and just captivate the fans the way you did. You came in, even before, I don't know if you know this, but halfway through the season, the fans went to the secretariat demanding certain things. And out of those things, one of those things was a local coach. They wanted a competent local coach, and most of them mentioned your name. A few weeks after you were given the job, and the way you've been able to captivate the fans, the way, even the emotion you show at the stadium, the way the fans have come to love you, is it that you already knew us or knew the Hearts of Oak fans before you came, or what have you done to bring that sort of love towards yourself?
That is something in me. I think everybody has something unique in him that makes him different. So that thing in me makes me different from the other coaches. I always mingle with the boys, share ideas, share fans, motivate them, and then supporters as well. So that makes me different.
The Phobia family clearly loves you.
And I love them so much.
Yes, we saw your t-shirt at the end of
I love them so much.
The Liberty game. And a lot of people are excited. But we look at something that is, if I say is in the interest of a lot of people. Your style of football, your philosophy. Can you just take us through what exactly is it? Because everybody says, oh, they want to play attacking football. But yours comes with a difference. What is your style, and what makes it different from the rest of the coaches we see?
Yeah, because it depends the quality of the player that you have. When you go, any team that you coach, depends the quality of the. Because I built Mediama for 3 consecutive times. Then I know the players. I bought the players, some of them, and my presence to the House of Folk. At that moment, everything was closed. So you cannot add any players. So you have to adopt. You must know how your players learn so that you can bring it on board in the system. So I realized that we have very good players. We can score you early. We can score early goals. After scoring the early goals, I have to protect it. Yeah. That's what I bring it in the House of Folk, because the timing was very close, right? So some of them understand my philosophy and the system, some of them not. So I decided to, when I get a goal, I have to make sure I also play part as a coach. I also play part during the game. So when I get a goal, I make sure I'll protect that goal. If I didn't score more goals, I have to protect the one that I've scored. That also helps the team to win the trophy.
So, for those of us who saw you at Mediama and are seeing you at Hearts of Oak, and as you said, of course, at Hearts when you score, because of the timing, you didn't have enough time to work with the team. So at Hearts when you score, you tend to protect. Mediama, it was free flow. You score, you score, you score, you score. Is it something that when you go off season and you have time with this Hearts of Oak squad,
exactly. That it will be more than Mediama. It will be more than Mediama.
Coach, another thing I have to ask you, your future as a manager. Of course, this is just the beginning. For those of you, of course, and I always mention the Mediama because people started talking about you when you were in Mediama. Those who watched you even in your upcoming days before Mediama know the talents that you have. A lot of people, and people will say it's too early to ask, but we ask it to everybody who is showing promise. For you, Samuel Boadu, are you thinking about furthering your career in terms of a club pattern? So maybe you coach Hearts of Oak, which is the biggest in Ghana. You move outside Ghana, start coaching some of the big clubs in Ghana, or you want that Black Stars job in the future, maybe?
Yeah, in the future, every coach wants to handle his country national team. Yeah, then I'll be proud of it. And either outside or in my own country, then I'll be proud of it. That's what I expect. So that's the target that I want to reach, right? And to be handling a national team is not an easy task. You need to work extra, either the club side or the junior side of the national teams or whatever. So that's my target.
So you feel for you to be better for you to get maybe an under 17, under 20 before you?
Well, currently I'm a under 20 assistant coach, because I used to be a under 15 head coach, juvenile under 15. So I know gradually eventually there will be a progression.
Before we go, I have to ask you one last question. That celebration thing you did against Olympics when we scored, you did it against Kumasi Asante Kotoko when we scored.
My own team,
in your own team, Midiama.
Yeah,
what were you saying?
I always give thanks to the Lord, because He brought me to this far. So when I raise my hands up and raise my head, I always thank Him for how far He has brought me.
That's fantastic. Coach, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
I can't believe I'm chatting with a Heart of Oak coach that has brought us the championship. It's a really good feeling, honestly, and we can only wish you all the best in the future.
It's a privilege for me to have a chat with you.
Thank you, my friend.